What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. And do you know what today is? Today is Monday. Do you know what Monday follows? Monday follows Sunday. Do you know what happened on Sunday? As of yesterday, they released the second portion of the NFL Top 100 list. Boy, am I just so freaking excited. Yippee. This feels so amazing, doesn't it? That the NFL decided to bless us with the second portion of the Top 100 list that includes 40 to 11. I just feel so great inside. But my golly, Miss Molly does this list get worse. I knew what I was expecting after seeing the first portion of this list, but of course it somehow just gets even worse. But you guys know the drill around here. Before we get into it, Mott's applesauce, if you're ever hungry, thirsty, whatever it might be, Mott's applesauce will satisfy whatever satisfying you need to satisfy. You have the Caveman guarantee. I promise Mott's applesauce will never fail you. Let's get into this just absolutely putrid list. All right, so like I said at the beginning of the video, this is going to start at number 40 because they released 100 to 41 last Sunday, so now they're starting with 40 to 11 this Sunday. So we're going to actually start off on the right foot, which is relatively shocking. I actually like the first ranking we're going to talk about here. I know this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but at 39th, they put Kyler Murray, and I do really like that. I really like Kyler Murray. I know a lot of people are going to think that's way too high for Kyler. I think it's pretty fitting. Honest to God, it's baffling to me how people don't realize the quarterback that Kyler Murray is now and what he's going to be in the near future. He is going to be very, very good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's going to be a phenom or anything crazy that we've never seen before, but he's going to be a damn good quarterback for years to come. Kyler Murray is the second best running / scrambling quarterback that we have in the NFL. He's so elusive. He's so quick. He's so hard to catch. What makes Kyler Murray so good in my eyes and why I think he's going to be very good for years to come is the fact that he's conditioned to pass before he's conditioned to run. I think that's really hard to find when you're talking about quarterbacks that are just really, really good on the ground. You know, they're not really that good at passing or they're not conditioned to pass first. They just want to always tuck the ball down and run. But I think that's the opposite for Kyler Murray. He has the ability to move, but he's always going through his reads first. He's never just tucking the ball and going unless that's what the play design calls for. Nevertheless, I do think this is going to be the season that Kyler Murray takes that jump and shows people that he has what it takes to be a top 10 or maybe even top 7 caliber kind of quarterback. So I do think that ranking him 39th on this list is very fitting, but the grass does not remain green for very long when we're talking about this list. This is one of the few compliments I'm actually going to give it. My metaphorical front lawn that's going to represent my feelings about this list throughout this entire video is slowly going to begin to die, and we're going to see some brown spots emerge on the grass once we get down to the 34th spot, which belongs to Chris Jones. I'm not really outraged about Chris Jones at 34th. I just feel like he deserves to be a little bit higher. I'm not sure where I would put him. I'm not sure how much higher I would actually place him, but still, I just think that does not do justice for how good Chris Jones actually is. Chris Jones is the definition of a game wrecker, right? He is the gear on that Chiefs defense that keeps it moving. He is the guy that is always wrecking havoc. He's the guy that's helping the secondary out by rushing the quarterback constantly. He gets unbelievable penetration. I think Chris Jones deserves to be a little bit higher on this list. Like I said, I'm not too upset about 34th. I just feel like it just doesn't do enough justice for him. But directly neighboring my boy Chris Jones is somebody that I feel like deserves to be a little bit higher, and this is where I really start to get mad. This is where my metaphorical front lawn really starts to die. This is where I really get confused, right? Neighboring Chris Jones at number 33 on this entire list is guard Quentin Nelson for the Indianapolis Colts. That's right, the best guard, the best lineman in the NFL at 33 on the entire list in the league. Am I the only one that finds that disrespectful? He is the best guard. He is the best, arguably the best offensive lineman in the entire league, and the highest you can give him is 33rd. I mean, like, I just think that is so just undervalued. That's so, like, underrated. Like, I don't even know what word to use to describe just how, like, bad that ranking actually is. What makes it even worse is that the NFL actually acknowledges the fact that he is the best offensive lineman in the NFL. Literally, there's no other offensive lineman above him on this entire list. But they still couldn't put him in the top 30 or the top 25. Hell, even the top 20. How does that even make any sense? So you're telling me that not a single offensive lineman deserves to be in the top 32 at the very least? Like, that shit just doesn't, you know, make any sense to me. That just goes to show how much of a popularity contest this is, because offensive linemen really shouldn't be this undervalued. Offensive linemen are one of the most important positions, one of the most important players on the entire football team. Granted, every single position has their role. The offensive line serves quite a purpose, and the fact that he couldn't even get a higher placement, I don't know. That shit is baffling. It's disrespectful to me, you know, but I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not. Lord help me, but Lord help me. Moving just down the street from Quentin Nelson, we have at the 31st overall position on this list, Jamal Jamal, I can't even bring myself to say his whole name. Coming at 31 on the entire NFL top 100 list, we have Jamal Adams. I mean, oh my God. At the 31st position on this entire list, Jamal Adams ranks as the second highest safety. Let me emphasize safety in the entire NFL. Forget the metaphorical front lawn. That shit already dead. I'm about to die. I'm about to pass out on this floor from this bullshit. I mean, like, really, oh my God. I mean, if you followed my content for a little bit of time now, you would know that Jamal Adams he does not deserve to be this highly regarded. He just doesn't. I think I might have to lock myself in a dark room and tape myself down to a chair or tie myself down to a chair with Jamal Adams film just playing constantly just so I can get this shit through my head, just so I can understand and get on the same wavelength of all these people that think that Jamal Adams is the greatest thing since sliced freaking bread. I mean, this guy has been being overrated ever since he got traded from the Jets to the Seahawks for 2 first-round picks, and then he got paid top safety money, and then EA Madden NFL told everybody that he was one of the top safeties in the league, and now the NFL top 100 is telling everybody that he's top 2 in the NFL. I mean, this shit is getting out of hand. Oh, but he had 9.5 sacks last season. I don't give a shining shit. Someone that spends 85% of their snaps on the field running like a bat out of hell from the second level going at the quarterback, I would hope that you're able to muster up just a few sacks. And I just need somebody to please answer this question for me. Why is his lacking coverage ability from this past season? I understand that he hasn't been this bad in coverage for his entire career, but this past season, he couldn't cover his own grandmother on a go route. Like, this dude couldn't cover shit. Why is that so overlooked? Why do people just discount that because he had 9.5 sacks? I don't understand the logic. I'm just the only one that thinks that a safety actually needs to be good in coverage in order to be regarded this highly. Am I the only one that thinks that? I mean, it must just be me, you know, because this is not the first time that Jamal Adams has been valued at such a high level. I mean, it's happened like 3 times this offseason in like 3 different instances. I'm not even going to call him Blitz Boy because that is disrespectful. I'm not going to go that far. He serves a relatively large purpose, but at the end of the day, guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick and Justin Simmons had shutdown seasons. They deserve to be higher than Jamal Adams. They're just getting tossed out the back door because Jamal Adams had 9.5 sacks. I think that's just absolutely disrespectful. They're valuing the wrong statistic at the end of the day as far as the safety position goes. But that's just me. Apparently, Jamal Adams is the greatest thing since the light bulb, but what do I know? I'm just a stupid NFL fan at the end of the day, I guess. But wait, it actually gets even worse. As I scanned through 30 to 21, I was like, okay, this part isn't that bad, right? They put Lamar Jackson at 24, which I felt was fitting. I thought they were going to put him a lot higher, which I would not have been happy with. They also put Fred Warner at 21 as the best linebacker in the NFL, or the best middle linebacker, I should say, and I thought that was absolutely deserving. I really liked that, but then at 22, I looked, and my eyes popped out of my skull. Staring me right in the face at the 22 overall spot on this list, who moved up 59 spots from the year before, is DK Metcalf. Y'all must got that good shit because I want to know what it is, because the fact that you have DK Metcalf at 22 on this entire list in the entire NFL, oh my God, I want to know what in God's name these dudes are smoking. What makes this placement so absolutely horrendous is the company that they lump DK Metcalf in. When talking about positional rankings on this entire list, that puts DK Metcalf as the 5th best receiver in the NFL, in company with Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, is that not the most ludicrous thing that you've ever heard in your life? So they're telling me that DK Metcalf is considered the 5th best receiver in the NFL. Duh! Oh my God, somebody call the Navy.
I'll evacuate the customers. You call the Navy.
Hello, operator? Get me the Navy.
Who did this? Who did this? The amount of better receivers I can name off the top of my head is just ludicrous. They put Allen Robinson at 87th and DK Metcalf at 22nd. I mean, if that isn't the biggest freaking slap in the face to a receiver that has been underrated his entire career, I mean, oh my goodness. And do you want to know what makes this just so unbearable? Do you want to know what makes this somehow worse? In the description of the article for the top 100, where DK Metcalf is placed at 22nd, they go on to talk about how his highlight play of the season was when he chased down Budda Baker on that potential pick 6 against the Cardinals. I get it. It was a great play, but that does not define the receiver he is. That doesn't mean he's a great receiver because he chased Budda Baker down and stopped the pick 6. That doesn't mean he's a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Am I alone on this one? Am I the only one that thinks that putting DK Metcalf at 22 as the 5th highest receiver in the NFL is ludicrous? Am I the only person that thinks this way? I need to know. And at the 18th overall position for this list, it just gets weird. It gets extremely dark. And I mean that, like, seriously. Like, just watch this shit.
nobody knows when DeSean Watson will take the field again. His future is uncertain. But
yeah, so if you've seen any other of the top 100 clips, you would know that they're a lot more energetic. There's more to offer. It doesn't feel like you're watching a scary movie of somebody that like passed away or something. That shit was weird, right? I mean, I understand that, you know, it's kind of hard to put DeSean Watson on the list like this. Like, you don't know if you should. But if this was the way the NFL was going to go about putting DeSean Watson on the list, they should have just left him off. That was just so out of place. But I do proudly want to say that I'm somehow going to finish this video on a good note because they put my boy Stefon Diggs at 11th on this entire list. That would make him the third best receiver in the NFL according to the NFL Top 100, above Tyreek Hill. And as everybody knows, the Tyreek Hill for Stefon Diggs debate is a very hot topic. And, you know, a lot of people take Tyreek Hill in this sort of debate. I'm just glad to see Stefon Diggs is getting the recognition he deserves. But I was pleasantly surprised to see them give Stefon Diggs top 3 in the NFL honor. I mean, that is some elite company. Nevertheless, that about sums up my feelings toward this list. My metaphorical front lawn is nearly dead. I think it's probably 95% brown at this point. I'm trying to water it with that Stefon Diggs ranking, but I don't think it's going to do enough. This list was bullshit for the most part, but I can't say I didn't expect it after I saw 100 through 41 last Sunday. I mean, I knew what I was getting into this Sunday. We do know who the top 10 remaining players are. We just don't know the order that it goes in. I'm going to wait to react to that until next Sunday, so I'm not going to get into that right now. Still not sure why they had to make this 3 parts, as if we give that much of a shit. It's going to be old news in about a week anyway, but that's the NFL. They like their money, blah, blah, blah. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. I want to know anything you might have to say down there, so please leave your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I would appreciate that. If you want to go to Twitter, follow me over there. I would appreciate that as well. I'm a part of the built-in Buffalo content creation team. If you enjoy Buffalo Bills content, be sure to subscribe and follow us on any social medias that you might have, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.